We kind of hinted at this last week. We didn't talk too much about it, obviously, because we wanted to wait till we had all the information. And now we do. It really only took like 2 days after the last episode. During last week, episode 15, Antoine had brought up some breaking news that TNT had matched Amazon's offer, my voice cracked, for the rights to the NBA games. And we read the statement. We could put all these statements. We're going to show you a few of them on the screen right now. And essentially, I'm going to turn my phone sideways so I can zoom in. Essentially, like they all have their own layers to it, and we'll kind of just evaluate each one as kind of we go along. So I'll kind of briefly go through the TNT segment at first. Said we have matched Amazon's offers. We have the contractual rights to do so, and we do not believe the NBA can reject it. If doing so, they're rejecting many fans who continue to show their unwavering support for our best-in-class coverage delivered through the full combined reach of Warner Brothers, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, this is just a last-minute Hail Mary to keep inside the NBA afloat, essentially, speaking like that. So that was kind of where we left it off. And unfortunately, the NBA does not feel the same way. And it says... Warner Bros. Discovery's most recent proposal did not match the terms of Amazon Prime Video's offer, and therefore we have entered into a long-term arrangement with Amazon. So this officially now brings the end to the NBA on TNT. This will be the final season for the next 11 years that they won't be showing NBA games. And, literally not even an hour or two after they rejected it, is when all the promos and all the social media announcements started. We saw Amazon Prime's trailer. We saw the NBC music, which sounds fire, by the way. So that was kind of that. So I guess we'll start off. We'll cut here for now. What are we thinking as far as this decision from the NBA? How do you feel about this decision personally of sticking with Amazon instead of going back to TNT?
Originally, I was not a fan of it. I wanted TNT, to keep their position that they had.
Yeah.
But now, I'm starting to embrace the change a little bit more.
Ooh.
And I'm excited. I'm excited. This gives excitement, provides excitement for maybe this is what the NBA needed. A little change to shake things up a little bit, get the people back watching. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, change is good. I think I'm excited to just see the sets they build for the shows, what they're going to use. Because we know TNT has the classic desk, the big screens in the back for the breakdowns. But I want to see if they modernize the sets like we see for the football season and have some just, things that are just, I guess, technologically innovative for them to use. It's hard. I think with this now, I think when the NBA is up again for rights to get signed, obviously they're going to re-sign with Amazon and NBC, but it's going to be for double. Because, over time, stuff's going to get more expensive. And, I'm guessing the NBA's, vision is that with this, the rights are going to double in value in due time once these first ones expire.
Charles Barkley is not a happy camper right now. Not at all.
No.
And if you want, I could read you a statement. We'll obviously put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And he says, clearly the NBA has wanted to break up with us from the beginning.
Wow.
I'm not sure TNT ever had a chance. TNT matched the money, but the league knows Amazon and these tech companies are the only ones willing to pay for the rights when they double in the future. The NBA didn't want to piss them off. It's a sad day when owners and commissioners chose money over fans. It just sucks. And then he went on to say he wants to thank TNT and everything. We're going to give you everything we have this season. Yeah. And this kind of it's interesting in the sense that it makes sense as to why the NBA is doing this, because obviously, as you mentioned, TNT, it's a channel you have to pay for on certain cable plans and stuff like that. But for the majority, it's easily accessible by everybody with a cable provider. Amazon, I could only imagine the royalty or the percentage that the NBA is about to get with each Prime subscription.
Here's the thing, though, Tyler. I feel like there's a lot more people now that are shifting towards Prime subscriptions or Netflix subscriptions rather than cable. I think that's the direction that we're going as a country, as a culture. Yep. We're going in that direction, subscriptions over cable. So I think the NBA realizes that, and I don't think it's as it's not as personal as Charles Barkley is putting it out to be.
Right.
You know, it's more. It's like, okay, what's going right now in the culture?
Mm-hmm.
What are more people shifting towards? And they see they're shifting towards Amazon Prime subscriptions, or any type of subscriptions, right? So it makes sense. I think it's a good business decision.
It's just the problem is if you want to just say, then why couldn't the NBA be upfront with that? Because the NBA, the money was equal. The money was matched, but it doesn't match the terms, even though they matched exactly what they needed to. And that's where I'm a little perplexed by it. And that segues me into the last statement that we're going to read from this. Because TNT replied, they're also not happy campers. It says, given the NBA's unjustified rejection of our matching of a third-party offer, we have taken legal action to enforce our rights.
Wow.
Yeah.
We strongly believe that this is not just our contractual right, but also in the best interest of fans who want to keep watching our industry-leading NBA content with the choice and flexibility we offer them through our widely distributed WBD video-first distribution platforms, including TNT and Max. So they are tied to a streaming service.
Okay.
But Max is not. Max
Definitely
doesn't have
not as prominent.
it's prominent.
No.
It doesn't have that relationship as like an ESPN
Correct.
Right.
or NBC as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm perplexed because on one end, yeah, it sucks for TNT. They fumbled with the first offer, but at the end of the day, the NBA is not being consistent. The NBA is not being upfront. And they can just say we prefer Amazon rather than saying it did not meet our terms, because it did meet your terms. It's the exact same thing, the exact same money, the exact same perks, I suppose.
I also want to add, like, with the Amazon stuff, I think NBA doesn't want to piss off a certain person, and that person is Jeff Bezos.
You think so?
He's going to get into ownership with the team soon.
Not in the NBA though.
I would.
He wants to
would-
buy an NFL team.
I would think he'll throw an NBA.
I don't know, depends.
Why would Adam Silver want to appease Jeff Bezos? What's the motive there?
The
There's
money he'll bring
just-
to the league.
Just rich,
for owners.
bald, skinny white men.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the owner of TNT is also probably very rich.
He is,
no?
yeah.
Yeah.
So then why would he-
I think
you know?
Jeff Bezos has a lot more networking and connections
Okay.
compared to Turner.
Okay.
You know,
Keep in mind, the NBA lost a lot of money with COVID. Like
Right.
a lot of money.
Very true.
The number one source of revenue for anything sports related is ticket sales. And when you have fans not in the stadiums for over a year and a half to 2 years,
Yeah.
the amount of money you lost is ridiculous. And look, it's like it's tough in the sense that with the NBA and obviously everything they're tied to. Like I know they have a great relationship with Disney, who lost a lot of money as well with COVID.
Yeah.
So the NBA is pretty much doing everything they can
To make that money back.
that back. Why do you think the in-season tournament exists? It has nothing to do with the regular season.
Right.
Just more meaningful games to bring to TV.
Right.
That would get them more money, more revenue, stuff like that. That's why almost every single night we're seeing national television games. So, and that's kind of the new NBA, I suppose. But look, I think I have no personal issue. As much as I love Inside the NBA, I don't have a problem with them preferring Amazon.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the way they preferred Amazon, because now you're gotten yourself into a legal hole, and you got to try and get out of it. And if you lose that,
Oh, I think they
what do
easily
you
get
do?
it.
What do you do though?
They don't lose this. They get out of this easy.
It depends. It really depends on once we get more information from there on out, we'll know more. And I don't really expect this to change for a while because the U.S. court system is extremely slow. So we'll
And corrupt at times, but it's
Yeah.
a whole other conversation.
Yep.
kind of both. But
Yeah.
it is.
yeah, it's tough, man. I definitely feel for Charles Barkley because all four of them are Turner lifers. They don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So they might have to, though. I know NBC wants them, but I'm not sure if they'll leave. I
Hey,
know
look.
Charles Barkley's already announced his retirement at the end of next season.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
I think the only way that, I guess, how we feel about it is once we see the broadcast happen, and if it is truly better for us watching, if, you know, it's still the fun stuff we like, but if it's not, then, you know, we have.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's seeing if it's better. I wish they could have just incorporated all of them.
What do you mean?
Like if they did a media rights deal with
Correct. With
all
Amazon,
of them.
NBC, ESPN, and TNT, because the ESPN and TNT have like a good relationship. They've kind of been doing stuff together.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to kind of incorporate that, but
Right.
I guess they only wanted 3, and you're obviously not going to lose ESPN because of the Disney relationship. They already have that with Bob Iger. I think getting Jeff Bezos in your back pocket is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Because he is, I think, the second richest man in the world right now. So
Something like that.
yeah. So it's you want that kind of monetary power behind you. It's huge. It's gonna give you that extra capital to kind of do what you want. You're gonna start seeing crazy shit happen. The salary cap's gonna go up
Right.
just
And-
immensely.
Exactly.
And think about it, like the people go where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
So they made a
And
business decision.
the owners want the more money for salary cap to bring in more
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not going to say no to something down the line that can make your team better.
Yeah.
Like the NFL salary cap, it raises like 30 million every year
Yeah.
because all the money they're bringing in, and they could add so many new players.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's time. It's time. And I think it's genuinely. I actually think it's gonna be better.